Alright, so today's April 22nd, and we are talking about the surface area of prisms and cylinders. All surface area is, it's all the area of the faces added together. Okay, the three formulas that we're talking about today are going to be rectangular prisms, and that formula is just 2 length times width plus 2 length times height plus 2 width times height. And then for all other prisms, you find the lateral area, and that's just area of everything but the bases. And then to find the total surface area, you just take your lateral area and you add your bases. Okay, and then cylinder works the same way, except now we're dealing with pi because it's a circle base. So you find the lateral area, which is 2 pi RH, plus the bases, so 2 pi r squared. Okay, so let's first look at rectangular prisms, and y'all already wrote the formulas just to save some time for us, so you don't have to watch a very long video again. Okay, and then so I'm going to call this my length, my width, and my height, y'all, and it really doesn't matter on this one which one's your length, width, and height because it's a rectangle. And I'm just going to plug those in. So I have 2 times 7 times 13 plus 2 times 7 times 9 plus 2 times 13 times 9. Okay, and I get 182 plus 126 plus 234, and I get 542, and since it's area, our units are going to be squared. Okay, all right, so number 2 is also a rectangular prism. So I'm going to define my length, width, and height. So I'm going to call this my length, my width, and then my height, and I just plug those in. So I get 2 times 11 times 6 plus 2 times 11 times 1.5 plus 2 times 6 times 1.5. So I get 132 plus 33 plus 18. Add them all together and you get 183 inches squared. Okay, so that's rectangular prisms. This formula also works for cubes. Okay, so what happens when you have a prism that's not a rectangle? Okay, well, here's our formula. So it's the height, the perimeter, and then the base. And the base means area of the base. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to highlight my base, my 2 bases. Okay, so I have one triangle there. I'll do the other one in orange. Okay, so those are my 2 bases. I'm going to find the area of the base first. Since that's a triangle, okay, my area formula is 1/2 base times height. So this is going to be that's 12. So 1/2 times 12, and then the height they tell me is 4.1. So my area of the base is going to be 24.6. Okay, and then the P is the perimeter of the base. So that's going to be 3 plus 10 plus 12. No, I'm sorry, it's not 3. It's going to be 5. Sorry, y'all, I read that wrong. Okay, so the perimeter of the base is going to be 27. Okay, now the height. The height means it's the height between the 2 bases. So it is this, the line that connects my 2 bases. And that is going to be 3. So do y'all see that? It's the side that connects my 2 bases. So in this case, it's 3. All right, and then I just plug that in. So I get 81 plus 49.2, and that's 130.2 kilometers squared. Okay, Let's look at something that's not a triangle. So number 4, this is a trapezoidal prism. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight my bases. So here's 1. And then here is 2. Okay, so the height that connects the two bases, so this line right here, it's all the same length, and that's going to be 9. Okay, the perimeter of the base, so I'm going to look at this orange one, so this length is 18. Okay, plus this side, which is 12.4, and then that side's also 12.4, and then the bottom is 10. Okay, so the perimeter of the base is 54. Okay, now I have to find the area of the base. So the base is a trapezoid. All right, and that formula is going to be 1/2 times the height plus base 1 plus base 2. Okay, so the height of the trapezoid is 12.4. And then I take my two sides that are parallel to each other, so the 10 and then the 18, and I add those together. Okay, plug it into my calculator, and I get 173.6. Okay, so that's my area of the two bases. And then I just plug my formula in. So I get 9 times 54, which is 486, plus 347.2. Add them together, and I get 833.2 millimeters squared. Okay. All right. So then we have cylinders. Okay, so cylinders, it's basically just plugging things in. Okay. This is my radius. This is my height. 2 pi times 11 squared plus 2 pi times 11 times 26, and I just plugged that straight into my calculator, and I got 2,557.26 yards squared. Okay, number 6 works the same way, except now they give me the diameter. So my radius is half of that, which is 7.5. So this is my height. So 2 pi times 7.5 squared plus 2 pi times 7.5 times 9. Plug it into your calculator, and you should get about 463.38 meters squared. Okay. All right. And then we're going to talk about our 2 word problems. All right, so we have the surface area of a cereal box below is 272. So all of that needs to equal 272. And I'm missing the length. So I just solve it like a normal algebra problem. So 2, I don't know the length. I know W. We'll call this one W, this one H. Is 2. 2 length times 12. And then plus 2 times 2 times 12. Okay. And just simplify it. So I get 4L here plus 24L plus 48. Okay, combine like terms. So I get 28L plus 48, and then I solve. So I subtract 48, I get 224 is equal to 28L. Divide, L is going to equal 8 inches. Okay, and then for a cylinder, kind of works the same way. If it's 51.84, the diameter of the can is 3 inches, so that means our radius is 1.5, and we want to find the height. So I have 2 pi times 1.5 squared plus 2 pi times 1.5 times h is equal to 51.84. All All right, so this gets me, I'm going to do everything but pi. So I get 4.5 pi plus 3 pi times h is equal to 51.84. I'm going to subtract 4.5 pi, so I get 3 pi h is equal to 37.7 divided by 3 pi. H is going to equal about 4 inches. So y'all, I would just do pi symbol in your calculator and just carry that so it'll help you. Okay? All right, well, that's it.